staying in East Beirut in a flat that belongs to a friend of a friend. The hotels are crushed or ransacked or occupied by squatters, and the flat has been empty for over a year, so here she is back out on the balcony again. It's late, and she has eaten and taken a bath and read a magazine piece about Beirut, because what else can you read or think or talk about in a place like this? She doesn't especially want to sleep. Not that sleep would be easy in any case. All night, intermittent bursts of machine gun fire, and many dark rumbles to the immediate east that sound like mountains ringing, and the odd ground fired now and then, some despond of the heart or a drug deal gone slightly sour. And she doesn't like being in bed when the shooters are about. Even in the periodic stillness, she finds herself scrutinizing the silence, waiting uneasily for the boxy clatter to begin again. So out she comes one more time, half-dressed, wanting to stand within it, feel the cordite wash of the city against her skin. She sees streaky lights bolting from the coast and making long, bodiless arcs over the roofscape and down through scuds of dark smoke that roll across the low sky. A black van goes by right below, and there's a curly-haired guy sticking out of the sunroof, wearing an iridescent tracksuit and shouldering a rocket-propelled grenade launcher that's about 7 feet long. He is the phallic master of all vans, at least for now. A radio plays voices calling in, several radios perched on balconies. People talking about Beirut because there's no other subject. She wants to stand inside it. It is wrapped all around her like some computerized wall of enhanced sensation. She goes inside and finds a bottle of Midori melon liqueur. She can hardly believe there is such a thing. She has seen it advertised at airports and convention centers to walk through places of the world. She pours some into a glass and takes it out to the balcony. Sirens going in the distance. On the wall across the street, layers of graffiti, deep deposits of names and dates and slogans. A silver flare sails briefly over the streets, bits of incandescence trailing away, radio voices calling all around her. Beirut, Beirut. They crowd in toward her, pressing with a mournful force. People calling from basement shelters, faces in shadow, clothing going dark with heavy sweat, sleeping children curled around their war toys. All the hostages, pray for them stashed in their closets and toilets. All the babies, pray for them lying in rag hammocks. All the refugees, pray for their dead and wait for the shelling to subside. The war is so fucking simple. It is the lunar part of us that dreams of wasted terrain. She hears their voices calling across the leveled city. Our only language is Beirut. She drinks the scummy green liqueur and goes inside to get some sleep. She has to be up before 7 and on her way out of here. About an hour later, something wakes her. She comes out on the balcony again, telling herself to be alert. It is nearly 4 a.m. and she has a sense of some heavy presence, a grinding in the earth. She leans over the rail and sees a tank come chugging around the corner into her cratered street, mounted cannon bobbing. She feels the beat of adrenaline, but stays where she is and waits. She thinks it's an old Soviet T-34, some scarred and cruddy ancient, sold and stolen 24 times, changing sides and systems and religions. The only markings are graffiti, many years of spritzed paint. The tank moves up the street and she hears voices, sees people walking behind it, civilians talking and laughing and well-dressed, 20 adults and half as many children, mostly girls in pretty dresses and white knee stockings and patent leather shoes. And here's the stunning thing that takes her a moment to understand, that this is a wedding party going on. The bride and groom carry champagne glasses, and some of the girls hold sparklers that send off showers of excited light. A guest in a pastel tuxedo smokes a long cigar and does a dance around a shell hole, delighting the kids. The bride's gown is beautiful, with lacy applique at the bodice, and she looks surpassingly alive. They all look surprised to be here. They make it seem only natural that a wedding might advance its resplendence with a freelance tank as escort. Sparklers going, other children holding roses, tissued and firm. Brita is gripping the rail. She wants to dance or laugh or jump off the balcony. It seems completely possible that she will land softly among them and walk along in her pajama shirt and panties all the way to heaven. The tank is passing right below her, a turret covered in crude drawings, and she hurries inside and pours another glass of melon liqueur and comes out to toast the newlyweds, calling down bon chance and bonjour and good luck and salam and skol. And the gun turret begins to rotate, and the cannon eases slowly around like a smutty honeymoon joke, and everyone is laughing. The bridegroom raises his glass to the half-dressed foreigner on the top floor balcony, and then they pass into the night, followed by a jeep with a recoilless rifle mounted at the rear. It is over too soon. She stays outside, listening to the last small rustle of their voices falling. It is still dark, and she feels a chill in the smoky air. The city is quiet for the first time since she arrived. She examines the silence. She looks out past the rooftops, westward. There's a flash out there in the dark, near a major checkpoint. Then another in the same spot, several more, intense and white. She waits for the reciprocating flash, the return fire. But all the bursts are in one spot and there is no sound. What can it be then if it's not the start of the day's first exchange of automatic weapons fire? Only one thing, of course. Someone is out there with a camera and a flash unit. Frida stays on the balcony for another minute, watching the magnesium pulse that brings an image to a strip of film. She crosses her arms over her body against the chill and counts off the bursts of relentless light. The dead city photographed one more time. Thank you.